Welcome to Soccer We Like It, the Man United Direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. We are here representing the sole representative of UK today is the one and only the smiling one, Mr. K. Welcome to the show, brother.
It's happening.
Been not bad, not bad. Been a while. I mean, people, the one guy texting on one of the YouTube videos, like, where's that smiley guy? I didn't even notice when I said that. We will let you know because I'll tell you, these people, they notice everything. Because
Yeah,
on the fan chat the one we do outside the pub, which we call the Three Wise Men. Um,
yeah.
I call one of the guys Mr. Loverman, and one guy said, "Why do you call him Mr. Loverman?" I said, "That's an inside joke. You can't be knowing
Oh,
everything."
okay.
I said, "But I appreciate you. Just hit that button and subscribe."
Oh, okay. Well, on the
I,
on the
but,
comments
huh?
are they
Yeah,
going on?
they be,
Yeah,
bro. But like I said, I keep it straight. Something.
yeah, yeah.
Don't you think your channel is shit? Yeah, thank you very much for your comments. I
Oh,
appreciate you. Don't
really?
forget to smash a like and subscribe. Have a nice day. God bless you. Keep it going.
Yeah,
I don't have time to go back with negative energy. You bring the negative energy, I push it back with positive. If for you to
yeah,
come on the platform, might as well while you're there, smash a like, subscribe. Thank you very much. We
yeah.
keep it moving. Right.
100%.
Brentford 4, Man United 3. United lose the 16th Premier League game, which is 48 points down the pan, mate. 48. And I think there's still a few more to come. I think a few more will be coming there. I think we'll lose. I think two more. Two more. I predict at least two more. I could see a loss to West Ham.
I don't know, West Ham,
But isn't that if say we qualify for the final, I'm
yeah.
saying we're nearly
Oh,
there.
yeah, he'll rotate
Exactly.
the
We'll have
players
West
on
Ham
that.
before the Wednesday.
Yeah, he'll
So,
definitely not play those players in that game.
what you say, son?
Yeah, he'll definitely not play players then once we get into
Exactly.
the final.
Exactly.
But
What did you think
like
of
I said,
today's game?
It's more the same, isn't it? Like we started well.
Hmm.
Brentford are a very powerful, dynamic team.
They're very physical, man. I didn't know they're that physical.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and the thing is, we had Shaw that's not played for a little while, and the other kid playing. So it was the back line wasn't the strongest.
Mm-mm.
Obviously, Delit played.
Any update on delete?
No, he just didn't look great though. It looked like a foul to be honest, as well. But yeah, I don't know. He just can't catch a break at the moment. So, but it was good fight back. But it's just we don't control games enough. That's the big problem, and obviously we need signings. So.
Do you
And
think
today
the
was
change of the defense today because of rearrange, you think that cost our lack of a win? The
yeah,
first goal was Fredrickson.
yeah. And the keeper as well, change of keeper. So the whole back line was disjointed, not used to
He made
the
some great
Spanish.
saves. He made some,
Yeah,
he kind of made some good saves.
he did make some good saves. But yeah, it's just one of them games. End of season. Brentford are trying to leave a mark on us to get, oh, we beat Man United. Obviously, they're at home, but I wasn't expecting us to win that game, to be honest.
Yeah,
After we
someone mentioned, you mentioned it in the chat a few weeks ago that the Bournemouth game which we drew last week. Yes, we drew that game. Then did we lose to Bournemouth or we drew that one?
that's the one where someone got sent off, isn't it? Evan Olsen. We drew.
Yeah, we
Remember the
drew.
striker got sent off.
Yes, we drew
Yeah,
that one. And today is another defeat. Game number 16.
yeah.
I mean, when you saw that lineup, did you expect a lot or you still did you think we'll lose with that lineup?
I didn't think we'd. I thought the most we could get was a draw, but when I saw the lineup, I was like, you got players that are trying to get fit, youth players, Obi up top. It's good for him to get a run out, but it's not a team that I've played together, so it was
Right,
never going to be easy. So
right. So as it stands now, with United losing number 16 in the Premier League, 48 points, that's a big loss, mate. That's 48 points. That is a lot of points lost. Damn.
yeah,
But I'm not too bitter about it because of the fact of Every 10 has transitioning, then Amrin coming right in. It was kind of like a train wreck waiting to
And the
happen.
thing is, with our thing compared to Tottenham, Tottenham had injuries, but we lost Rashford, we lost Sancho, we lost Anthony. We lost the most creative and more people like Rashford scored our goals, so it was always going to be tough. It was
Right.
always going to be tough. So yeah, for me, I just this season was a write-off anyway. From when the Ten Hag stayed, I said you can't expect much. Can't expect
Wow.
much.
So even when before Amrin, and we're losing, we lost 3-0 Spurs, 3-0 Liverpool at home, both games.
Yeah,
At that point, Eric Ten Hag was already on thin ice. Then we lost that game at West Ham when we got that dodgy penalty given.
yeah.
Uh, it was the beginning of the end, even though they brought Amrin in, but it takes a lot to just, and everything's just
And
gonna work out.
and the thing is, what a lot of fans say, oh, but new manager bounce. You can't have a new manager bounce when you're trying to get players to play a completely different system,
Yeah.
and you've lost some of your
People
best
have
players
asked that question. Why was there never a new manager bounce?
because he's not playing the same system. Most managers that come in, new
Mm,
managers bounce, they're coming in to get a reaction of a team that don't believe in the manager. Our team was shot to pieces. We signed some bad players for big money. We had obviously issues behind the scenes. We just had a club takeover, so there was a lot of stuff happening to like all together. A lot of
mm,
clubs, it's just a new manager and that's it. There's no like takeover. There's no players being sanctioned or abolished. I mean, sent to or being frozen out of the team and stuff like that. So it's just and it's Man United, isn't it? So everything's scrutinized even more. The other
mm.
clubs no one really cares. So
Right.
in the media, it's just Man United, this Man United, this. It's just yeah.
So with no
So,
new manager bounce, I was even hearing some people last week saying this manager's a fraud. What's your take when you hear United fans say Amrin is rubbish? What do you think?
do you know what it is? It's impatient. It's our fan base in short words. It's our fan base, impatient and wanting quick fixes. Like, if you can't see the football that we're trying to play and the improvements with what he's got, not even how many players has he signed? Like, he's not even had a proper window. So for me, he needs a preseason, a window, and get some players that he wants, and then you'll see it. This is a Ten Hag team at the end of the day.
You're right. It is literally a 10 half team
Mhm. And we're a
when you
cup
think
team. I said it years ago. Like, he made us into a cup team. So in the league, we're never going to survive.
we're still
That's why we did. That's why we got to an FA Cup final and the Carabao Cup final. He made us a
yeah,
cup team.
right. So now, as it stands now, are we still a cup team?
We're getting better. We look
Mm,
the identity of the team looks better. They look
mm.
like the players have got patterns. They look like they're on the same wavelength.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's getting there. We just need a spine of the team. The spine just needs to be a bit stronger, like up
Right.
top, another midfielder, and then I think we'll be all right. But it's looking positive for me
Right.
because the players come to the season knowing what they need to do, not like oh we're trying to learn new things. Because too many times when he came in was players were oh what do I do next? Whereas it should be I get the ball bam,
Mm,
and when you
mm,
start hesitating, that's when mistakes come.
mm.
Confidence just goes. So
Wow.
yeah.
So at least United are going for. I see change. I see progression. Like you said, it's the United fan base that are impatient. Sack Amrin, get rid of it. There's no manager bounce. These players are not playing for him. I mean, how? I don't know where they come to that conclusion. Oh, look at Liverpool, new manager, first season he won EPL. When they handed over to Slot, he
Yeah,
was working with a well-oiled machine. All he needed
yeah,
to do was keep the machine producing. You know when you go into those factories and just the trolley belt,
yeah,
it just keep it going. Just oil the wheels, the pistons, and the pulleys. That's all you need to do.
yeah,
And he just what did he tweak? I mean, I was talking to my Arsenal friend, and he did say, Liverpool never got anyone challenging them this season. And then when I think about it, it's true, you know.
Liverpool never what, sorry?
No one challenged Liverpool for the title this
No,
season.
no, no, no. Do you know what it was?
Mm,
Liverpool had a good run. They lost to Forest early, and everyone automatically thought, "Oh, Klopp's gone. They're not a threat." So I think even that hit Man City and Arsenal, and because they didn't start well, Liverpool just kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, and then before you know it, it was like, "Damn, these guys are going to be a threat to us."
mm, mm.
So yeah, I think a lot of clubs just took that off the ball. They took that off the ball this season. And
I
City were
mean,
never four in a row. They were never going to get five in a row.
yeah, you figured that one that they won't get five in a row.
Yeah, it's too much, and like that team, they've put in a lot of hard yards. It's that to motivate someone to win five in a row, like it's unheard of. So
Right, right, right. So with Man United and Liverpool, Liverpool now Premier League champions and slots first season in a foreign country in EPL, winning the league title. My Arsenal friend was saying, had Arsenal got a striker, as in a striker, they would have because there were so many times this season Liverpool stuttered, but because there was no one close, they had that cushion always. No one was there to like, all right, you dropped a point, you dropped 2 points there, you dropped 3 points there. No one was there like they were just losing games. The teams were so far behind, like they could afford to lose games. But this is the Premier League. It kind of reminds me of a Leicester City season whereby they just
yeah,
kind of
Tottenham, when Tottenham should have won it. That was the season
yeah,
Tottenham should have won it.
yeah,
But with the Arsenal thing, the Saka injury
yeah.
was the worst timing. That's what killed their season because he even last year and the year before, he was the one that was bailing them out in games, just coming, getting a goal.
He needs help. He needs help. They can't rely on him all the time.
Yeah.
He needs
To
help.
be fair for Arsenal, they tried to sign a couple of people, but it was just in January. It's hard to get a top player. I think even Villa Watkins Villa offered Watkins to Arsenal.
Right, they didn't want him.
Nah, I don't think. I think Watkins has had his best days now, but
How
I
old
don't
is
think.
Watkins?
I'm trying to
He's
say
in his 20s or is he in his
27,
20s
maybe 27,
already?
27,
I
28.
thought it was about 22.
No, he started at Brentford back in the day.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was at Brentford back in the day.
I never. Oh, yeah. You know what? I was thinking of Ivan, the guy who left Brentford.
Yeah,
Ivan Tony.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. Is he? Let me check. Watkins.
Are you taking Rashford back?
Nah. Oh, it's 29.
Dang, he's already up in age, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's 30 this year. Like, you're not going to be signed.
Ah,
He's not going to get any better.
I thought it
Like, I
was
think he's
about
had his
23,
best
bro. I thought about 23.
days. Yeah, I remember when he was at Brentford. So
Wow.
I didn't think he was that old, but yeah, he must have been at Villa
So,
for a while then.
hmm, would
Because
if
he
say
was
United get him, would he work in a United team?
he'd be if we were a well-oiled machine, I'd have him as a number two, but I wouldn't start him.
Really?
Nah, like
Oh, it's
if
like
we
you don't
want to
really
get
have
back,
hope in him.
if we want to get back to where we want to be, because he misses quite a lot of chances. He misses quite a lot of chances with Watkins.
Hmm.
Like, he's like a 1 in 3 strike, I'd say.
Yeah. So you don't rate him like in the
He's a
Salah
good
kind of.
striker. He's a good like Premier League striker, but he's not like Champions League. I don't think he's good enough for like the top four Champions League sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a 25 goal a season player?
Nah, I don't think he's at 25.
Dang.
I don't think he's hitting those numbers. I don't
Okay.
even know if he hit that at Brentford. Let me see what his numbers are like at Brentford. Stats.
Wow.
I think the most
I don't
numbers
know why I thought it was 23.
what in the Premier League? Are you on
I,
about Premier League goals? He's
I,
never hit 20. The most he's ever
damn.
got is 19
And where was that?
last season.
Hmm.
And he plays since he's been at Villa, 37 games, 35, 37, 37, 35. He plays a lot of games, which is
Hmm.
not it's not a bad record though, to be fair. And he takes penalties as well. So it's
Right. So is he Villa's main striker? He's Villa's main striker, right?
Yeah, not at the moment though. I think he's fallen down the pecking order a bit.
So is it Rashford the main striker?
It was until he got injured, yeah.
All
But
right.
obviously, I don't think Ratchet's going to be there next season. To be honest, I think there's
Where
going
do
to
you
be
think
clubs.
it? Where will he be next season? Where do you think?
I think there's a lot of clubs that are coming in for him.
Premier
There's,
League clubs?
there's not many Premier League clubs that can afford him, and I think he's better for him to go abroad.
So
To be honest.
as a player, I'm trying to because you're close to football like that. When a player is on a big wage, doesn't
Yeah.
it sometimes in their head like, listen, I want to play football. I'll take a pay cut. Do they think that way?
Yeah, but it depends how much of the pay cut, how much they've left on the contract. That's why sometimes they'll say undisclosed fee, or they'll basically leave, and then the club will pay some of their contracts off. So they might, like Maguire didn't want to leave, and Wan-Bissaka they were saying, if you want me to leave, pay up some of my contracts. Like not the full contract, but they might have a agreement where you pay half. Like if he's
Right.
got 2 years left, you might pay a year of his contract.
Hmm.
Because the thing
Okay.
is, when they sign for a new club, they're gonna get a signing on fee generally anyway, depending on the transfers. Or they might just say you pay the agent's fee. Like, there's loads of ways to get around it, but obviously, like they don't have to. It's like anyone. Like I say it to people all the time. How many people would take a pay cut to go to work for a company of their dreams? Even though it's a company of your dreams, they're going to take a pay cut. Like most people will be like, especially when it's a big pay cut as well.
Right, right, right.
Uh,
I mean, if Rashford is going to go to Europe and they're saying, listen, bro, we won you, but we're not paying 350, we're not paying 300 plus a week. So you need to figure
yeah.
that one out.
But I think he'd do well at PSG, to be honest.
I think he'll do, but I mean, that PSG team, they're kind of cooking at the moment.
Yeah, I think he
There's,
suits it
what's the, there's
because they
a,
can.
what's the guy's
But
name? It starts with K.
I don't. I'm not sure. That's the one I was saying. He's a problem.
He's really good. Is he a left?
Yeah.
Is he on the left side or the right side? He's really good, talent.
I think he plays on both, but he's a very very good player. Like he goes on like not many people talk about him, but like they talk about Dembele obviously, but he's
Yeah,
like a top player.
I'll take him at United.
Yeah, 100%. And he's only like 20, early 20s, 23, 24 maybe.
Wow, he's good. He's quite good. I saw him when they played Villa. He was on fire. Can they beat Arsenal in the return game? I was just speaking to an Arsenal fan just before we came on. He reckons Arsenal could have enough to get a result in Paris. I said it's going to be tough. It's going to
I
be
don't
tough.
think I don't think they will. Like Partey being back is going to give them a chance, but it's just up top. Like they haven't got enough up top for me. I don't think.
Right.
But if Havertz was there, maybe they had a chance, but
He's out.
I don't think they can do it. Yeah, I don't think they can do it.
Right. You know what? Someone was telling me, what wouldn't it be nice for all the Premier League teams to sweep out all European
Yeah,
tournaments? Arsenal
yeah,
Champions League, Man United or Spurs, Europa, Chelsea European Conference. That United in Premier League just win all the European trophies in the first in one. I don't think that's ever been done. We've always
no,
had the love all Spanish, never
yeah,
all English.
no. It's never really happened because the gap between the English teams has been massive. But obviously, there's more money in football now, so a lot of the English teams are getting stronger. Obviously,
Quality
because of
players.
the substitutes, you can have 5 subs now, so people
Mm,
are improving their squads more, having more
mm.
quality on the bench. So,
Right, right,
yeah,
right, right. So everyone's talking about the game. We also Ahmad. He did well
yeah,
today. I thought he was a good runner. I mean, you saw my
yeah,
comments like it was just the way Brentford was so physical. I didn't want him catching an injury. But
yeah.
Devin said, yo, he needs the minutes, he needs the minutes. I get it. But I did not want to risk. But that's just me. What
But
did
the
you
thing
think
is
of
with
Ahmad
Ahmad,
today?
he did well. The thing with Ahmad is because he's not played for a little while. He needs to build up. So if he's fit enough to start, that's a problem. We need that because at the moment he could probably do a cameo, but ideally we want him fit enough to start and push whoever's in front of him. Same with Mount. We need them all fit. So like off the bench, because too much too a big problem this season is we've not had anything off the bench. Whoever's come off the bench has been worst or not really affected the game. So our
True.
bench has been non-existent,
Right, right, true,
especially under Ten Hag. So
right. So, Ahmad played well. Obi
yeah,
had the chance. If he just lifted that ball instead of just hitting it on the ground, that would go in. That one chance he had.
Ganacho played all right as well.
For yeah, he did the Ronaldo today. That cutting
Yeah,
top shot. He did
but
well.
he's improving slowly. His decision making is getting there.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I've noticed he's now cutting the ball back.
yeah, it's not as great as I think a lot of fans are still impatient with him, but he's got, like I said in a group a couple of weeks ago, he's got a high ceiling. He just needs coaching because he's a player that will go at his defender. Like not many players do that these days.
Mm,
Saka does it, and there's a few in the Prem, Salah and that, but most players get the ball, recycle, pass it inside. Whereas he tried to take his man on and beat his man, which
right, right, right.
United's always had that. So
So the game everyone is talking about, Man
yeah,
United and Athletic Bilbao, second leg semi-final, Old
yeah,
Trafford, Thursday, 2 p.m. USA, 8 p.m. UK time. Where are you on this?
yeah, we'll win it. We'll go through. As
We'll
in
go
like
for it.
over the 2 legs. Over the 2 legs, yeah. We won't throw
Over
that
two
away.
legs.
Yeah, we won't throw
You
that
you
away.
you have no doubt in your mind.
Nah, no dates at all.
Because you saw how
After
a
that
lot of United
scare,
fans, yeah, gone.
after that scare against Leon, I've got no dates that this will happen. That's almost a good thing that happened to us. What happened against Leon? So yeah, I've got no dates.
So you are not one of those who was really upset that we didn't score 4 or 5 in the first leg.
It'd be nice to, but when have we ever scored 4 goals? Really, this team, like it's almost unrealistic, and we haven't got a proven goal scorer. Like I was happy with three. For us to
Right.
score, even today, we scored 3 goals. How often do we score
That
3 goals?
exactly 3 goals back.
So we got to look at the positive. We're scoring goals now. Whereas early in the season, we was not conceding. We weren't conceding a lot of chances, but we couldn't score. There's
Yeah,
no actual scoring. So
right. So
it's a problem.
you are fundamental, crystal clear. We are through over 2 legs.
Yeah, definitely. We're through.
I
We're
mean,
through.
I can't wait till Thursday. I really can't wait till the result of that game. So then, is it the following week? Is the match is Wednesday, 21st? Is that the following week or the week after the following week? I need to see that.
What's that? The final,
Yeah,
Europa League final. That is on the 21st. So
yeah,
we're on the fourth now. So it's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. Okay.
Yeah. So it's on a midweek though.
Yeah,
It's on a Wednesday.
yes. Then Champions League is on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's in like 2.5 weeks.
Literally.
Yeah,
So
but
the second question is, do you want Bordeaux or do you want Spurs? Or you don't care?
I don't mind who we get because we've been to finals. We've got the character. I think we'll cope with the nerves better than a lot of other teams. So I don't mind. Like Spurs, obviously, people don't want to play Spurs because they've beaten us a few times this season. I think they've beaten
Yeah,
us 3 times
three
this season.
times, home and away
So
and Carabao
in the
Cup.
cup. So I think people are scared, but I think there's more pressure on Tottenham. If we play Tottenham, they're going to be a nervous wreck in the final.
I've
So
told people, I even said to someone today, I said, that's going to be one match. It's not 3 points. It's not draw. This is you take a trophy home. You take a
exactly.
trophy. I think, and I have a feeling that Spurs game is not over
No,
because
because they got the equalizer.
that one goal that Bodo Flint scored, that 3-1,
It's going to come back to bite them.
it might come back to bite them because that team, they took out Lazio. No one saw that coming, bro.
Yeah.
So if they still have that same momentum and they score, I think Spurs are starters. I think it could be, it could be
But
a
it was
long
at
night for
Tottenham
Spurs.
first, wasn't it? This is the thing,
Uh,
they're going away, whereas we went 3-0 up and they're coming to our home. So for us, there's pressure on them. We've got the crowd. It's at Old Trafford, European night. If they do the pyrotechnics like they did last time against Leon, get the crowd up. It's an intimidating place to come to, Old Trafford, on the European night.
When you say pyrotechnics, how did they do that?
You know, like what they have. It's like a. You know what they have at the boxing and stuff in the display.
Yeah.
We see it. We don't normally do it, but they did it last game where it
Why
was
did
like
they? I was surprised.
I think maybe they're just trying to get the fans up for it. So they had a display where they had like banners and like
Yeah.
ribbons, and it was like, yeah, it was just, I think the crowd get involved in it more when you do that sort of stuff.
Okay. That'd be good. So you are 100% sure over two legs we are through.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. I mean, the fans I interviewed today after the game were a bit
Yeah, I'm confident.
skeptical.
The thing is, our European form is crazy. Like people are looking at the Premier League, like we're a cup team. The league and the Premier League's different. Like in Europe, we look like a different animal. Like we're
Yeah.
unbeaten in
We're
Europe.
unbeaten, right? We're all still
Yeah.
unbeaten.
Yeah,
Damn.
and that's not by coincidence.
So with the full lineup on Thursday, Bruno. I wonder if Amanda starts. Do you think Amanda starts, or they'll probably do the same, bring him in second half with
Yeah, I think
Bruno?
they'll bring him off the bench. It's better to bring him off the bench, build up his minutes. Yeah,
We
because
have
you don't
to,
want him to start and then hurt himself. Same with Mount. Mount will come off the bench as well.
right. Well, I don't know. I can't wait. It's a lot of. I mean, this Brentford game kind of like we didn't want to lose, but it doesn't have as much significance anymore. As you said,
Yeah,
the season's written off.
yeah,
It's literally just playing for pride, kind of just fight for the badge.
yeah,
You score first, you concede four goals, like, uh, 4-3. Could have made that fourth goal was just it was just ugh. That
yeah.
fourth Brentford goal just that it was just poor. It's just poor defense. But like I said, I think most of them might have semi switched off for the Thursday game. I don't know, even if they're not going to be involved. I think it's it's that day that game is everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I can't
And
wait, bro. I can't
like fans
wait.
always say, oh, they're playing for contracts. They're playing for contracts. They're playing for the contracts. They get a pay rise. If they go back into the Champions League, the players all get a pay rise.
Hmm.
They got a pay cut when they went out of it. So, and then
Right,
obviously
right.
with the sponsor, we
Mm.
don't get penalized. If we're in the Champions League, we don't get penalized by Adidas.
Wow. So you now, are you going to the game?
What's that?
Are you going to the game on Thursday?
Nah, nah. I won't be. I would. I'd love to, but it's going to be a struggle to get tickets for that now.
Right,
Because
because of the
semi-final, isn't it?
mm, mm, mm.
One of the guys I know, he's contemplating going to the final, but they've only allocated 14,000 tickets
That's not
to
a
Man
lot.
United fans. Yeah, most of it's gone to delegates and stuff.
When you say delegate, explain to people who don't understand the whole delegate thing. The team participating, shouldn't they get like half of the stadium capacity? I was thinking that way.
No, it doesn't work like that. Because they've got sponsors, because they've got FIFA officials, a lot of the stuff. So basically, the delegates, someone,
Say like for those who don't understand, a
yeah,
60,000 stadium, you think the two teams would get our 60,000 capacity. You think the two fans will get 25,000 each, 50,000, and the other 10,000 will be mixed up. So you're saying it's not that way.
no, like even in like, it's even worse in the, what's it called? The World Cup.
Hmm.
Because obviously it's the most sought after tickets ever. But yeah, they basically have an allocation where they basically have hospitality, obviously. Then they'll have tickets for referees. They'll have tickets
Referees,
for
it's only how many referees? It's only
no,
three or
but
four.
no, but other referees that referee, some of the best referees in the world, if they don't do the match, some of them will be they'll get a ticket to
Are
watch the
you
final.
serious?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Can't they
And then
watch you on the
basically,
telly? Can't they watch you on telly? Why do they need to be
yeah,
there?
true, true. But then you'll have people that work for FIFA that'll get tickets to the final, people that work for UEFA. Who
Wow.
else? You'll also get um,
I
some of
didn't know.
the top corporate people that sponsor. So who sponsors Europa League? The Heineken.
Yes.
They'll have an allowance of tickets as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Four,
so
because I was when you just mentioned 14,000, like that's not a
yeah.
lot for a
And
60,000 capacity stadium. I thought
it's
at
like
least.
Atletico Bilbao's stadium, the one we played at. It's a big stadium.
Mm. So
But
I was
he
thinking
was
that.
telling me, even for United, he's got a season ticket. He goes home and away.
Mm,
He was saying he's only got he's not been able to get a ticket to any of the ballots. He goes to cup games as well.
really?
So for the ballots, he's not had no tickets this season. And he's been a season
So
ticket
it's
for a
not
long
guaranteed
time.
season ticket holders get tickets for those games.
No. Unless you're a gold member, then you go in the ballot. He's a silver member.
Damn, bloody hell, mate.
Yeah.
So
So
if those people can't get up, regular members, no
regular
chance.
members, no chance. You go there in the black market. And obviously, the gold members that don't want to go, they'll just get the ticket and sell it on for a premium.
Damn it. Wow. I mean, I didn't know about the allocation. I thought, all right, 60,000 stadium, the two teams get 25,000 each, the other 10,000 they could manage, they could distribute. But you're saying it's not even that much given to the teams that qualify for that final.
Yeah, exactly.
14,000 is not a lot, mate.
It's not at all.
It's not a lot.
It's not at
So,
all.
okay. So depending on who we play, Man United, Spurs, an all English final, or Man United against the Norwegian team.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's a final, innit? Like, I'd rather play a Tottenham and we'd be fired up for it than
So you look
play
like
the
you want to
Blues.
play Spurs.
Yeah, because if we play the other team, we might be like, oh, we should. Fans will be like, oh, we'll beat them. They'll just automatically. Whereas with Spurs, it's almost like, oh, this is going to be a bit of a tough game. So yeah, I'd rather play Spurs, even though
Right.
if we lost to Spurs, we'd never hear the end of it. Like that'd be
You
a
think Arsenal
tragedy.
fans are bad? You guys are
Yeah,
gonna get it because Spurs haven't won. When did they win a European trophy? 90 something, I think it was, if
yeah,
my memory serves me right. It's been over 30 years they've won a European tournament.
yeah,
And to
that's it.
now lose, give that to them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woo!
Yeah, so I've got it up here. So basically, for the Europa League final, um, the two teams that reach the final receive up to 15,000 tickets each.
No, no.
So it's a little bit more than what I said. Um, so it's, and then there's
15,000.
category. So there's like, it goes from 45 euros, 140 euros, category 290 euros. And that's not even like resale. That's like the first. Yeah, that's crazy. Even in the Champions League final, there's only 18,000 tickets for each club.
18,000. That's not a lot, bro.
Yeah, and
When's
how
the
many?
final in Champions League this season?
Uh, I'm not sure, you know. Let me check.
I hope Inter win that. I hope Inter beat Barca, please. That was a very good game, mate. That was a very good game.
2025. Allianz Arena, Munich. That's a nice
Mm,
stadium as well.
that's a good stadium. That's a big
Yeah,
stadium.
yeah, yeah. So
Did you see the Milan Barca game?
yeah, I watched it from I think when they were 2-1 down, most of it. But yeah, it's one of the best games I've seen.
That
One of the
young
best
boy,
games I've
I
seen.
saw him in the Euros. He's really improved. Yamal from the Euros.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a problem. I remember one of my son's friends' dad's telling me about him, like coming through the academy. He said he's going to be better than Ansu Fati. He told me told me years ago that he's going to be better than him.
Really? I
Yeah,
mean, he kind of reminded me a bit of Neymar when I was watching him on Wednesday.
yeah,
But I saw a lot of showboating. There was a time he was showboating.
yeah,
But when he's showboating there, they are appreciating it. When Ronaldo was showboating in 2005, oh 07, oh 08, they said he's
yeah.
disrespecting his fellow professionals. I mean, explain that to me as a
Because it's
football
Europe,
coach. How does that work?
because it's in Europe, innit?
Why do they appreciate showboating there and out here it's seen as disrespecting your professionals?
It's
I,
because over here we're very in England when it's a Euro, if it's an English player doing it, they'll praise him, but because it's a foreign player, he gets a lot of stick.
Because I
I think
remember Nani doing some ball jogging against Arsenal a few years back, and they said that's unnecessary. I mean, unnecessary for what? It's not my fault they can't get the ball. What the hell?
yes, it's
That's
just
entertainment.
exactly,
But
exactly.
look at Jamal now, showboating, and everyone's like, hey, the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy, isn't it? Football's just changed so much now.
So
But
last question for you. The striker situation. Where are we? Osimhen,
I think Ottoman is a
Gyökeres,
bit more.
or
There's a
we're
bit
still are
more.
we going to lap?
Yeah, I think personally, I said it in the group, I'd take Osimhen and Delap if we could. But if Osimhen's going to be too much, fees, wages, and so on, I'd take Delap and another striker.
I don't know, striker. I see you've not even mentioned Gyökeres. You don't rate him?
I don't know how much we're going to have to pay for him, and he's not Premier League proven. That's a problem with me.
Osimhen's not Premier League proven.
Yeah, but he's played on the biggest stages. He's won a league title in Italy, played for a big
Gyökeres
club.
has played it, has won a league title and Portugal.
Yeah, but Napoli's a big club, a club that I was like Napoli don't really win the Liga.
No, the last time they won the league, Maradona was the last person to win it for
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Whereas Sporting Lisbon, they're always up and around there.
Right, right, right,
They're one of the best clubs and always. It's almost like Bayern Munich in their league. They're almost guaranteed to win it more seasons.
right.
So for
Yeah.
me, it's and Delap scored. I'll put the stat in the group. How many goals he scored in a team that's got relegated? Like he's the player that Hoyland should have been basically,
Right.
and for half of the money.
Mm.
So,
So as it stands, you are saying Man United are probably going to get Delap and one striker, or
yeah, I think it's
Osimhen.
got
You
one
will prefer
striker.
Osimhen and Delap.
I'd take that. That'd be a very good, very, very good window
Then what
for
happens
them.
to Rasmus?
Third choice.
Excuse me.
Yeah, third choice.
Okay. Any questions, brother? Any questions or any last words for the United fans in reference to going into the Thursday game? Any last words? Any questions?
It's gonna be nerve-wracking because it's Man United, but enjoy it. It's gonna be like someone said it, like as bad as we've been, this is meant to be our banter rubbish era. God willing, we've been in three finals, and this is the worst we've been in a long time. We
Wow.
won, well, I'm trying to think. Carabao Cup we won. Then we
FA Cup
beat
we
City
won.
in the final. And then obviously this final, if we get to it. And then the final with Ollie that we lost.
On
The re-
penalties. That was a strange game. Was that game 0-0?
No, I don't think it was 0-0.
Because he went to penalties.
Yeah, that's the one where like
I
everyone
can't
was
hear you.
dissing De Gea. Everyone was dissing De Gea, weren't they? Because obviously he doesn't say penalties.
Okay. All right. So you're saying your advice to United fans, sit back, enjoy it, don't panic. This
Yeah.
game is already in the bag.
Yeah, this game's in the bag. They won't let us go.
All right.
It was
Well,
1-1 that game. Remember Cavani scored.
mm-hmm.
And remember the penalties? Like everyone scored their penalty bar the last person. It was like
The
11,
girl.
10, I think. Yeah. So Everyone scored the penalty apart from De Gea. That's how unlucky we were in that final.
And I think Ole didn't use any subs, something
Yeah.
along those lines. Meanwhile, the manager of that other club was is this guy for Villa,
You know Emery.
Emery.
It's Emery. Yeah. And the thing is, that team that they had, you had what's his name? Paul Torres in there, Capoue that was at Tottenham. He
Hmm.
played really well in that game, Capoue. Played really well. But yeah, we were just unlucky in that game.
Do you think that team now is it better than this current team?
The team we had then,
Yeah,
yeah, way better. Pogba was still in there, Greenwood was still in there, Cavani. Who else was in that team?
was
Mata, I
Martial in
think
that
was on the
team?
bench. Marshall would have been around, but I think he might have been injured. Because that's when Cavani was playing. Remember, Marshall wasn't. Was Marshall even at the club then?
Yeah, Martial was still there.
Or was he
2000 and
on the?
2000.
Was he injured? Because he wasn't in the match day squad.
He was probably injured. He's
Yeah.
probably injured.
So
What? Fellaini wasn't there then. Fellaini had
no,
left.
Fellaini
Who
was
was in the
really on.
midfield? Who was our midfield? Do you remember? Can you
Pogba,
see?
Pogba and
Pogba.
McTominay, and Matic was still there, but Matic didn't
Uh-huh.
start.
Okay. Matic, Bruno, and Pogba.
No, it was McTominay and Pogba that started that
McTominay
game,
and Pogba.
and then Rashford, Bruno, and
Well,
Greenwood.
Fred played, right?
He was on the bench. He didn't even come on. I know he come on. He come on. Sorry, but he was on the bench.
So who was up front for us? Rashford, right?
Cavani,
Okay,
Cavani.
Cavani.
Yeah, yeah,
This team has come a long way, I'll tell you that, bro. You're mentioning
yeah.
names like, wow, who did it?
But you know what it is? It's even like when we had Lukaku, a lot of fans are like, oh, they're not good enough. But I'm like, they're good. It's hard to get from Lukaku, Cavani, the upgrade to that. There's not many in between that. Whereas we've fallen so far away from that name.
Mm,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Even like
yeah.
McTominay and Fred, like the fans used to diss them all the time. I was like,
Yeah, McFred. Yeah,
yeah, they're not bad players. It's just the positions they were played in. Like
yeah.
we'd love to have Fred there and McTominay. They
Because
just
they
got
they
played on.
provided extra security for the back four, so they just sat there.
Exactly. Exactly. And they didn't really get outrun, muscled. So
Right.
yeah.
Because
But
that
obviously,
job is supposed to be for one player. They had two players doing one man's job.
yeah. But there's not many players that can do it on their own. Like Rodri's, Kante's, there's not many players that Tillemans can't really do that on his own. He has
Mm-mm.
to like it's a lot. It's a lot to do it on your own. And the
So who's
thing
doing
is,
it currently for United? Casemiro? Ugarte?
yeah, but the gaps between them are not as big now. Remember when Ten Hag had Casemiro playing? Like Casemiro had the width of the pitch to cover. He was never going to do that. Even in his prime, he wouldn't be able to do that
Right.
because Cruz and Modric control games. He's never had
Yeah.
to be in the team that are
So
counter
Cruz,
Modric.
Modric, then Casemiro behind them.
Yeah,
Then
but
the
it was
back
just
four.
yeah. Whereas he's never had to play in a team where it's counter attack. So he's like a duck out of water. Like he's having to relearn how to play in a certain system now. That's
Right.
why he's seeing the best of him now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He has played well the
And,
last
and
couple of
him and
games.
Ugarte complement each other well.
Right.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Well, Mr. Smiley K, I really appreciate
mm,
coming on today. An
no,
absolute pleasure seeing
anytime.
you again.
No,
All roads lead to Old Trafford on Thursday. You've heard it
yeah.
from Mr. Smiley. He says we are in the final already. He said take it easy. Don't need to stress. Over two legs, we will get to the promised land in Bilbao. On that
Because
note,
the way you got to look at it is they need to come to United and score 4 goals to win. Man United not score at home in a European competition, that must be unheard of. And I know in the league we conceded 4 today, but in Europe we don't really concede a lot of goals. We don't concede that many goals. Well, obviously Leon, that was a
that was a strange game, mate.
yeah, that was. a unique game, but yeah,
I still picture like Lacazette scoring that penalty.
yeah,
Joe actually got up and left.
really.
He literally got up because he said, 10 men, 4-2, I'm out.
Yeah. You can never leave a United. To
Wait,
be
I
fair,
told him, hell no. Like I
yeah,
said, the only time I leave, if we are 6 or 5 nil, like the Liverpool game at Anfield when we got
yeah,
hammered
yeah.
7.
To be fair, my friend was at the game. He said he left. They came out and they wouldn't let them back in. They said they can watch it on the screen in the concourse, but they wouldn't let them go back in. When they
Why
had the
would you?
third goal going,
Oh, damn.
yeah, he said the stewards were like, nah, you can't come back in.
Is that for security reasons?
I think it's more for security because you might have gone to get someone and bring it back in.
Yeah, I think once you leave, you ain't coming back in, mate.
Yeah. So, but he said he watched it on the monitors outside.
Well, 4-2 down.
Mm.
6 minutes, 7 minutes to go. 8.
I was on holiday and obviously it's 2 hours ahead in Turkey, so it was like 12:30 at night. I was shouting in the room, and my missus was like, "You need to chill out, like people are sleeping next door." But yeah, like when Maguire's goal went in, I was going crazy.
When Maguire scored,
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Could
now I
not
think
believe
when
it.
Kobe scored that, it brought hope. It brought
Once
hope.
Kobe scored, I said we're gonna win it. In my head, I was like, we're gonna win it because it was written. Like you could see they were like, "Oh my gosh, how have they just done this?"
Yeah, it was one of those. Hopefully, by Thursday, we'll be celebrating again. Well, Mr. Smiley, it's been an absolute pleasure once again. Good to see you.
Yeah,
We shall
you
see
too.
you again after the game on Thursday. Talk about it on Sunday, where we should be celebrating and talking about our game for Bilbao. All right.
100%.
Glory, glory.
Man United.
See you on the next one, brother. Thank you very much. You take it
Okay.
easy. Take
Have a good
care.
week.